Hello, everybody, and welcome to our IWC Radio WrestleMania Backlash prediction show with a full house here. Chucks, Beans, and Will, how you guys doing? I'm Smoot. How's it going? What? Yeah, I added Steve Austin in the little production slate there. Did you see that? No, you don't. It's fine. You don't have to go back. But I added him in there because it's episode 316.
Good.
Good. All right. Anyone else is also good? There we go.
What was that?
That was a bottle. Me opening a bottle. I don't have cans.
Right. I was just gonna say that sounded like one of them really dodgy farts that don't make the proper fart noise.
Oh. Strangely, I know what you mean by that.
Everybody does.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh my God, for it.
Popped up on a Steve Weiser.
No,
Yeah.
Nice.
Hang on.
What was that?
Can.
That sounded crazy on my end.
It kind of did, yeah, a little bit.
Why? What did it do?
It's just like I don't know. I don't know how to describe that.
Was it worthy of Steve Austin?
No, it was more like
I thought you were going to say it like blew up.
yeah, kind of like
Sort of CM Punk's music.
yeah, like a big crackling, or like when you try and muffle a really big sneeze.
So we've gone from the strange gas leak sounding effect of a fart to
A loose fart, yeah.
Steve Austin would be so proud.
Yeah.
Slightly embarrassed myself now by I just opened the can, not realising I was on mute.
Oh, that's
Well,
the
now you're going to have
worst.
to get another one to open, and then you can just pour
Yeah.
them both all over your face.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Make sure your webcam's turned on when you do that, Will.
The I'm sorry, I'm multitasking here. The pay-per-view WrestleMania Backlash is this Sunday, correct? Because I got it confused. I thought it was May
It
30th.
is tomorrow.
That was May 30th is Double or Nothing. Just to make sure on that. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. It's also everybody seems to be slowly trying to get back to normal and whatnot, and places opening back up again. WWE's trying to tour in July, I believe, or that's also possibly with AEW as well. Both of them hopefully getting back out there, and
Have an AEW already announced some dates?
I think so. I don't have them in front of me, but
Two in
they
Florida,
have.
two in Texas, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The welcome back tour, I believe. Real quick, did you guys watch Raw or SmackDown? I guess we can start with that before we get into the prediction game.
No.
No.
Okay, yeah, me neither.
I did.
Oh, did you? Okay. Apparently they used the IKEA barricade spot here.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, interesting.
It wasn't actually a bad show, to be fair. They've done worse. Which isn't really a good measuring stick for Raw at the moment. Yeah, it's just more of the same, really. They've done. It's just Drew McIntyre or Lashley, Now they've put Strowman in the mix because he's big.
He is.
Makes sense.
So yeah, that's the main event actually for Backlash. Sorry, WrestleMania Backlash.
Oh.
Around a three-way for them for the title. Strowman, Lashley, and McIntyre.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like McIntyre. I'm just getting a bit bored of him now.
Yeah,
It's
I'm worried that his whatever he has going for him right now might wear off. by the time the crowd comes back, and then they're gonna turn on him and be like, "Ah, we don't want you anymore. Get out of here."
It doesn't say anything anymore. It doesn't have, it doesn't. I mean, I know the promos are scripted anyway, but at least you saw a little bit of him.
Yeah.
Whereas now, he comes out he does the thing with the sword that's on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
He hits someone with the claymore. That's it. They started calling him the Scottish Warrior.
Plan to the Terminator.
I don't know.
Scottish
He's not
Terminator.
a
Yeah.
psychopath. He's not a psychopath anymore.
He's not a psychopath anymore. That's
Is he still a sexy Scotsman?
He's not said that for a while. I don't think he is anymore. No. I'm just interested to know if he's the Scottish Warrior, they call Sheamus the Celtic Warrior.
Well, that's a subset, right?
True, yeah. Fair.
They're both Celtic warriors.
Yeah.
Or Gaelic. Both Gaelic warriors.
Mm.
Which I don't know. Not sure. Not sure about my my archaic terms for.
Well, the thing is, they're both warriors.
They are both warriors.
Neither have won Ultimate.
No.
No. So yeah, I'm getting it's one thing that really was annoying me, and thankfully it stopped ever since Samoa Joe stopped being on commentary. Every time he gets the Glasgow kiss,
Yeah.
Give us a kiss.
Oh my god.
Thankfully they stopped. I thought that was some sort of Vince instruction.
I assumed it was. Yeah.
I
But no one's done it since, so I'm guessing it was Samoa Joe's lovely idea.
Right.
So
Man, that's what got him fired.
Turns out Vince hated it.
That was the final straw.
But speaking of commentary, that's a nice segue there.
Go for us.
I don't know if you've seen the new guy. He's only been there 4 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Adnan Virk, yeah.
Adnan Virk, yeah. He's terrible. I mean, I'm not against the guy personally. I'm sure he's a brilliant broadcaster in what he did. I think he used to work for baseball, that he's done.
Yeah.
Which, baseball is quite a slow game from what I've seen of it.
I'll say.
So he just doesn't seem cut out for even the scripted wrestling shows of it. It's just too fast for him. He can't keep up. So I mean, it showed quite a few times during. I mean, Christ knows why. They stick the new guy on the 3-hour show.
Yeah.
Why did
Well, baseball games take about 14 hours to finish.
Well,
That's
so.
true.
It's true.
That is true. It's a valid point.
You can just hear the matches start off, and you can hear him. He gets going, and then he'll just get a bit too quick for him, and he'll just fade away, and then Corey Graves has to start filling in by doing the play-by-play, and then Saxton joined in for the colour bits. And I wonder if they always saw that was going to happen, which is why they put the 3 of them together. So I can't see them lasting long at all. I think they'll end up giving him another job somewhere else. So I don't think they'll fire him because it'll be quite embarrassing. But they'll give him something else to do.
I've just got this image of Vince screaming in his ear constantly, and he has no idea what the hell to do because it's like he's trying to do one thing and being shouted at about another. Which I know is standard for all commentators, but still, when you come from a different, a different element of sporting commentary, and you often won't have a producer screaming in your ear constantly.
No. Did you ever hear the story CM Punk told about Vince in his ear? Remember when he was on commentary for NXT for a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Did Raw as well, didn't he, for a bit?
That's right, he did, yeah. Of course he did.
Because he was injured, wasn't he?
Apparently, CM Punk was on a podcast a little while ago, and he was telling the story where one of the first nights he put the headsets on, and he was literally getting shouted at by Vince.
I assume that's just a hazing at this point.
Apparently, he turned around. So he was with King, Jerry Lawler at the time. And he turned around to him and said, where's the volume button on this? How do you lower this down? So Lawler showed him where it was, and he said, we're going to get yelled at if you do that. So he didn't care, and he ended up lowering it down. Apparently Vince said nothing. Vince didn't say a word. So Vince was just shouting and just not, doesn't care if anyone listening or not.
He's just happy. He can carry on shouting. I just don't have to listen to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I can't see they're gonna have a reshuffle of announcers again. Surely they can't keep him there. I don't know what was wrong with Tom Phillips, to be honest with you. He seemed to do a decent job.
Are we not due for another draft?
Probably, for a week or so.
Yeah, I would assume it's coming up at some point because we're kind of getting into the summer, and then maybe like some sort of sweeps week or whatever.
That's right.
So, also Jinder Mahal apparently returned.
He did, yeah.
Oh joy!
Don't pin the Jinder.
Well, first off,
I'm sorry, my negativity got a bit too much there?
No. First off, well, apparently he defeated Jeff Hardy, and he has two goons with him. His two goons by the names of Veer and Shanky.
Shanky?
Yes.
I really thought when you said Veer, I thought you were going to say the other one's called Cull.
No, he's called Shanky.
Dear me.
So real quick, which one is?
Oh God, are we doing this again?
Yeah.
But this seems to be a regular. This as soon as someone debuts, it's like ask Beans what the fucking hell the names are and which one's which.
Here, let me put them up on the screen here. There they are. Which one is Veer and which one is Shanky?
I'm going to say the one on the right who looks... Talking about looking out of your depth. He looks like the first time he's ever wore a vest.
I was gonna say he looks like Dominic Mysterio's age, I would say.
I'm going to say that's Shanky, and I'm going to say Veer's the angry-looking one. What seems to have got a white barcode on his head.
Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Veer and Shanky. They always have to stand on those sides, so it's Veer and Shanky left to right.
Veer and Shanky.
Shanky Veer.
I saw like a highlight on Twitter about this. I didn't know what their names were. I didn't know who the fuck named somebody Shanky. I'm sorry.
I don't know, his parents, I guess.
Oh my god.
So apparently Veer was actually still is on the NXT page as Saurav.
Dilsha Shanky. That was his name.
Yeah, I would take that over Shanky.
You've still not informed me. Is it? Did I get it right?
Yeah, that's the
Nice.
question. I think you are correct. Let me see here.
Well, there's something there about how, I don't like the naming process, but they've obviously done something right when I get the kind of mindset now that they're in. Oh, you look like a Shanky.
Oh my god. Veer and Shanky.
Anyway, can I just bring us on to the most important element of this week's show? Something that I feel has been grossly missed.
Go ahead.
Who completed their weekly assignment?
I've
the
totally
Money
forgot.
Play. No, I've not seen Money Play.
No, didn't get around to it.
Did you watch it?
I bloody well did. I sat down and I thought, yep, I'm going to take one for the team.
Oh, I fully intended on watching that last week too.
Forgot
all about it.
You're going to love this then. There is few words to describe such a poor production, but no, it was not as bad as I expected it to be in a weird way.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
it was by no means good. But the characters in the film, I think we kind of touched on it when you read some of the descriptions from last week. But it's about a heist taking place on a plane, and Edge is the leader of this team. And one of the members of his team is like the techie guy, who is this kind of scrawny black guy. And he's like the butt of the jokes. He's the comedy character. And when they get onto this money plane, they have to assume identities to be able to blend in with the criminals. And Edge gives him his package with his history and who he is, and his name is Mr. McGillicuddy.
Oh no!
And he's like, Mr. McGillicuddy? Just like, oh shit.
No.
So a black guy is called Mr. McGillicuddy, who, by the way, looks like he's about 25. So, you know, it's not even like, I don't know. I'm not, that doesn't make a huge difference, but it just kind of adds to the ridiculousness of someone being called that. But there we go.
I just have shades of Michael McGillicuddy. The McGillibuddies.
Most of the film is just Edge kind of sitting there still in the pilot seat of this plane, looking confused because he's supposed to be talking to someone on the radio. And he kind of does a lot of this talking with his eyes.
Wow.
Kelsey Grammer, I don't know what the fuck you were thinking. He has a lot more of a role in it than I expected him to. But basically, anyone that's on that picture, apart from Edge, is a very small role.
Wow.
And the picture that they use of Denise Richards, yeah, that's not how she appears in the film.
Gotcha.
She plays a mother. So she's basically she's Edge's wife, and she is just taking care of their child throughout the whole of 3 minutes that she's in the film. So where on the front cover of this DVD cover and everything that advertises it, where she's about 20 years younger, and she's wearing a dress that she never wears in a film, and she's talking on a mobile phone like she's a part of some, you know, Mission Impossible team, that it just doesn't exist. So it was obviously a photo shoot from about 20 years ago. They thought, oh, that's good. But yeah. What else happens? The wonders of this film. You could tell a lot of it had been shot in COVID regulations.
Because of the face
mask.
That
makes sense.
6 feet apart.
Face masks, yeah, they're all going around going, don't touch me. No, it's just there is a lot of like kind of social distancing kind of elements to it, you think, or scenes where people are talking where they're the only one on camera.
It's because there's one person on screen at any time.
Yeah, kind of thing. Not hugely. I think it was only because someone had mentioned it in the reviews that I kind of noticed it, and I probably wouldn't have picked up on it as much if I hadn't thought of that beforehand. But yeah. But to be honest, as far as a shoddy TV movie goes, the effects was nowhere near as bad. I know that they said like the production and the like props and the scenery and, you know, all the kind of setup and everything was horrendous, and which it isn't great, but it's the one thing that I can't understand, and you must at least watch the first few minutes of this film, is it starts off where they're trying to obtain a painting, or steal a painting, and for some reason this like painting is in this building that's just basically a little warehouse in the middle of nowhere, and Edge is approaching it and having to go through security like he's going seeing the president, and it's just a shitty little warehouse. And I just don't understand why apparently this like $40 million painting is going to be put up in this little shitty warehouse that he walks around. So it got off to a rather strange start. I just thought, yeah, you didn't have the facilities to rent somewhere that looked like a museum or a gallery. So you just picked this rather random warehouse and just decided to stick a picture on the wall. So, but yes, I would highly recommend the Oscar-worthy movie known as Money Plane.
Excellent.
Great.
Thank you for your review. That is an accurate and I think fair critique of the movie that I have yet to see.
What are you
Thank you.
reviewing next week on Beans Reviews?
I was going to say, is there something else that we should be watching?
Hey, if you give me a
feel
film
like
to
maybe
watch,
get you to watch.
yeah, if you give me a film to watch, I'll quite happily watch terribly shitty
I
wrestler
found one
films.
during the week actually, and I'm totally forgot it existed, but it's quite a well-known one. I was looking for a graphic for something, and I found this. The Marine 6 Close Quarters.
Do you know I've watched the Marine one and I watched the one with Ted DiBiase.
That was Marine 2.
Yeah.
Right, so I've seen
behind you.
I've seen the first and second, and that was as far as I got because they
Then you
started
should see
casting
Marine
the Miz.
3 moving target next.
I think
Is
that's
that
the Miz in
is
it.
that the Miz?
They're all the Miz after. Yeah, 3 and on is all Miz. I think 3 is 3 behind enemy lines.
You need to watch it just because your heroes in it.
Home front.
Shawn Michaels with hair.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels with hair. Wow.
That's how he's
Well,
built as well.
it's a oh god, they've even cropped the image so that you can't see the top of his head. I've noticed that more and more recently. I don't know if that's because time's inevitably catching up with me, and I've noticed how pictures are being done to hide these effects. But quite a lot of actors and people who have receding hairlines and that like have promo pictures taken quite often have their hair cut off the image.
I've also noticed when I was looking for this graphic, I found the DVD cover for the Marine 6 Close Quarters. And you won't have a clue what I'm talking about here, but I don't know if Beans or Chucks, you ever watched the football series on Sky One called Dream Team?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I knew of it and saw
Do you
bits.
remember one of the later series, the black guy who was the manager?
No.
I think he's popped up in EastEnders since.
Oh, okay, I might know him then.
He's on the cover of the DVD. He's in this film.
I'm quite disturbed that you would know him because he's been in EastEnders.
Well, I
Well,
would
no,
know
because I
from
knew him
EastEnders.
from Dream Team, and then look, there's the guy from Dream Team. You know,
Marine 6.
just I was one of the
Close
4
quarters.
people that watched Dream Team.
Is that guy on the bottom right like been horrendously photoshopped with his head on someone else's body? What the hell's going on there?
At a glance, it looked like Baron Corbin. I thought.
That is horrendous.
Yeah, I don't know which one he would be. Maybe it's Marine 6. Let's go on IMDb.
I've got a long
Photos.
way to go if I'm watching the Marine 6 if I've not seen 3 and 4 and 5.
I love the yeah, I suppose you have. I love the tagline for the Marine 6 Close Quarters on the DVD cover there. No one promised them a fair fight.
No one promised them a good film, but you're still watching it.
Also, when they play in the game of how many WWE superstars you can fit in the film, you got Shawn Michaels, The Miz, Becky Lynch.
And they're the only fuckers that get the name on the bloody thing, while the other two don't.
The guy from Dream Team gets missed out.
There you go. There it is on the stream.
Although I
Say
must admit,
that this guy was on Dream Team and on EastEnders. He was on EastEnders for 1 episode in 2001.
Still counts.
That was before he was on Dream Team.
I must be in something else. Then he's popped in something that's something else recently.
Recently, okay, let's see.
Or maybe one of the other soaps. I don't know. He's definitely because I remember
Sorry, he was on Coronation Street.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus. It's like
Oh,
a
it has been.
bloody soap fraternity where like only people seem to turn up on bloody soaps.
He's on The Witcher. Artorias in The Witcher.
What's his name?
His actual name is
Yeah.
Terence Maynard.
Terry. Yeah, I remember that now. Because
Oh,
I
it's
think
called
that's-
Brother T.
I think he actually had something to do with. I think he was a coach somewhere. That was how he got. That was how he was involved with Dream Team. And then obviously he liked acting and moved on to it.
Real quick, Beans. This is the unedited with the WWE superstars at the top, so you can actually see Shawn Michaels' head there.
Oh, right, yeah. So,
there you go.
yeah, they didn't exactly Photoshop in a bit better airline for him, did they?
No.
I also think The Miz holds a gun better than Edge does.
Yeah, for sure. No
He
doubt.
does have a massive arm.
It's just not. It doesn't look as hokey as the way Edge holds it up on Money Plane. So I definitely agree with you on that.
If you're disappointed in the poster of Money Train, you will not be.
Money Plane.
You watched the right film.
What did I say then?
He said Money Train.
Oh God!
Oh,
Sorry,
that's
that was.
sequel.
No, Money Train is actually a very good film with Woody Harrelson and Will Smith. Well, not Will Smith, Wesley Snipes and Jennifer Lopez.
Huh. So it is.
Which is about two cops who plan to steal money from a money train. You'll be absolutely horrified when you watch Ed shoot a pistol in that film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You say when?
Everyone makes mistakes. I just assume the good that you people will watch it at some point in your life.
I will.
So Money Plane is just Money Train then, but with
But
no
on a
budget.
plane.
No, it's the old cliche thing of he doesn't want to do the job anymore and go out and take care of his family. One last job, do this for me.
Last job.
Yada yada yada. For some reason, there's this plane that they do weird games on that involve betting on people getting killed, and I don't even know where to start with half of it. It's just ridiculous.
That does sound ridiculous.
There's for some reason you're allowed to play Russian roulette on a plane.
What?
That seems like a bad idea.
What?
This was in '95. This is before all of the security measures.
Was it?
Before science existed.
Before science existed.
Yeah. So yeah, you're allowed to do that. You, some of the stuff is just like, why is this happening? And some of the violence in it as well is just like, well, let me put it this way, okay? There's a female member of the team that is obviously seen as like the hard woman, but also the eye candy, and like don't take her for granted because she'll kick your ass. And she decides to have a fight with someone, which involves her just basically grabbing someone by the head and ripping their ears off.
Awesome. Well, it's effective.
And they thought it'd be a good idea because, you know, they can just like show her rip off this guy's ears and just drop them on the floor. And I'm not saying that this isn't possible, but it's the efficiency she does it with.
She's done this before.
She just walks up, grabs his ears, pulls them, and they come clean off. I mean, they just... and they bounce on the floor like some kind of strange prosthetic. It's weird.
Oh, that's weird. Does she have like a cool one-liner? Because, I mean, you can't just rip someone's ears off without saying something. Like, can you hear me now? Or, like, you know, something.
Strangely enough, I don't recall that she did. I was probably still in shock over the effects, but...
Next time, listen up.
I'll rewatch it for a re-review.
Oh God, don't do it again.
No, I can't do it again. But yeah, if you would like me to review a film for the show, I would be more than willing to strangely sacrifice an hour and a half of my life, probably, to something that I shouldn't.
How about 12 rounds?
I think
I've seen that.
the original one with Cena. Yeah, I think I've seen that. I'm not seeing the second one with Randy Orton.
I've seen that one as well.
Maybe we should watch that one where Randy Orton will go to the papers if he has to.
So yeah, entirely up to you guys. I'll let you pick the film and I'll watch.
I was actually kind of interested in the one with David Otunga and Halle Berry.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Was that any
Call.
good? It looked like
That
it
is
might be okay.
Yeah, that is not a shit film. That is actually a really good film.
Yeah, that was.
When it says it's got David Otunga in it, it doesn't.
Oh.
David Otunga's a cop that stands on the side for about 2 minutes going, and then that's it. You never see him again.
Is he at least wearing his bow tie?
It's Halle Berry that's the star of that film.
Oh, no shit.
What's David Otunga? Is he still employed with WWE? What happened to him?
He's still held up in WWE headquarters just for when they need to do a pre-show somewhere where they're not allowed.
Isn't he generally working as a lawyer for them these days?
He's currently signed with WWE as a panelist and color commentator, apparently.
Jesus Christ.
Non-wrestling roles.
I thought he was working in the legal department.
I feel like
Might well be, yeah.
I feel like sending him a message and just saying, I hope you're not doing all this working out thinking that you're still going to be used. Because every time you see him, you think, oh, God, he's still like buff
still
as hell.
huge, yeah.
And it's like, I mean, yeah, fair enough. Do it for your own health. That's great. But if if your sole purpose is to get back in the wrestling ring, it ain't working, mate.
No, he's just turned 41. It's prime time now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, give him a title
Could
shot.
be a main eventer now.
Give him another 6 months. Next year's Royal Rumble winner confirmed.
2022 is the year of Otunga. You heard it here first.
That horrible music that you had. Oh, everyone.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Should we do the predictions?
I suppose we should get
I
to it.
feel that's what we're here for, really.
Yeah. I just wanted to breeze through Raw. Sheamus and Humberto Carrillo
Oh, yeah.
ends in a referee stoppage because Carrillo kind of botched some sort of sunset flip onto the outside and he couldn't get up.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
That's pretty much what it was.
It's a weird looking spot. If you didn't know that he injured his knee, it looks like Carrillo hits this sunset flip to Sheamus on the outside. So, it's a big move. And then Sheamus gets up first and celebrates like he's won.
You said on me, you lose.
I mean, it says that Sheamus defeated Carrillo by referee stoppage, so I mean, it technically is a win for him.
How can you defeat someone by referee stoppage?
When you get powerbombed.
Yeah. Because the guy injures himself in the process,
Yeah.
He sacrificed his own body for the greater good.
By
letting him do the move on him so that it'd hurt himself more.
Yeah. Somehow being sunset flipped to the outside was an offensive maneuver.
Yeah, I'm basing my strategy on your incompetence to deliver a wrestling move without hurting yourself.
Actually, just a really elaborate coffin drop to the knee.
Damian Priest defeated John Morrison to sway the circumstances of his match against The Miz at WrestleMania Backlash.
What?
Yeah, that's a mouthful. I'm just reading the cliff notes. That's what it says
on this show.
That's what it says. Yeah, it is actually.
Jeez.
What was that? Sorry, I missed that bit.
Damian Priest defeated John Morrison to sway the circumstances of his match against The Miz at WrestleMania Backlash.
He did. Sorry.
Oh dear.
I'm just reading the cliff notes, Beans. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at the messenger.
No, I'm not mad.
David actually grows on me a little bit. He's all right.
He's yeah. It's quite sad that I'm willing to watch more like shitty films.
Yeah.
Get more excited to watch fucking Marine 5. and watch Damian Priest have a shit match with John Morrison on a pay-per-view.
Tamina and Natalia.
Yeah, I wish it was Morrison.
Tamina and Natalia defeated Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler on SmackDown.
Battleground.
Do what?
Battleground?
Battleground?
I what was the tagline for Marine 5?
Oh,
Marine
okay.
5
Marine 5
Battleground.
Should have the.
Who's in that one? Mike the Miz Mizanin, Bo Dallas,
I think
Heath Slater.
Summer Rae's in one of them. I was like,
Yeah, I
either
think
3
that
or 4.
was.
Oh, do you know, I think I listened to John and Way do a review of one of them, which was the one with Summer Rae, where it's basically in the woods or something. And he goes all like Predator, like Arnie and Predator kind of thing.
Oh wow!
But,
sorry, go on.
No, that's pretty much all I know.
I thought the Marine 6 had the records for the most WWE people in one film. The Marine 5 beat it. We've got The Miz, Bo Dallas, Heath Slater, Curtis Axel, Naomi, and Maurice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, there you go.
Big E, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens brought chaos to Apollo Crews' medal ceremony.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you throw up.
Yeah, 1 sec.
There you go. Just one thing I noticed of this segment. I'll wait for you to get it on screen.
There you go.
So as you say, it was a Medal of Honor ceremony for the
Nigerian medal.
General Aziz.
Yeah, Dabakato. Cat's out of the bag. You're not gonna make me call him whatever stupid name they're calling him now. It's Dabakato. I'm sorry.
I've got to say, a glance at that picture from a slight distance, and the white stripe on, obviously to the Nigerian flag, but the white stripe on the flag element looks like it's an extension of his legs from his pants. So he looks like he's fucking 10 foot tall and got some fucking 8 foot legs.
Well, that was a bit I wanted to point out. Really, I wanted to point out what an excellent box-like structure that was.
Well, they kind of ruin it with the steps here, because like this looks more like a box. Yeah, box-like structure. But then you see the steps, and it just ruins the effect.
Oh Jesus! So they can't even get the fucking box right.
Yeah, well, later on, I think Big E threw it at someone, and they ruined it because you see the steps then. So I might make Kevin Owens. Can't remember.
So it's not just any old Medal of Honor ceremony; it's a Nigerian Medal of Honor ceremony.
Yeah.
Is it Nigerian because the box-like structure is painted like the Nigerian flag?
That'll be it. Yeah.
Because I don't see any drums anywhere. So
No, there's no drums in this.
Or medals, for that matter.
He did
Yeah,
have a
fair
medal.
point.
He did
Right.
get given a medal. Yeah. I assume the medal was something they found in
Kurt Angle's locker.
somewhere.
They sent a load of Kurt Angle's medals back to him in a bin bag and left one.
I just like to imagine, yeah. I just like to imagine they're all sitting in like production meeting earlier on the day, and one of the producers just points someone else, some lackey, he goes, "You go paint that box green."
Don't forget a fucking white stripe on it, you dickhead.
We can do with Apollo Crews this week. It's a Medal of Honor ceremony. Yeah, Medal of Honor ceremony is good, but it needs more. Well, Apollo Crews, what's his thing?
No, they probably, one of them's going, do you know that there's a video game called Medal of Honor? So one of them's going, oh shit, we better not get sued, so we'll have to fucking call it a Nigerian Medal of Honor ceremony.
He's also walking around with this big stick. He hasn't got it there with him.
Is it still the earbud?
It looks like the it looks, yeah, you're right. It looks like a massive earbud, but it looks like, when you, I don't know what they call it when the athletics and they have the stick.
Javelin?
It's not like a javelin. No, it's like a, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Pole vault?
No. It's like
High jump.
The
like
asymmetric
gymnastics. I'll find a picture of it.
Are you on about the ball and chain thing?
The ball and chain. That's the wife.
God.
The old ball and chain. She's not in the Olympics. I mean, like the rhythmic gymnastics with like the ribbon on the end.
No, not quite that. I know what you mean there. I can't.
What the sticks are there in the Olympics?
I don't really know.
Fencing?
No, you mean oh, for God's sake, well, I can't remember the name of it.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? But I don't know what.
Baton, yeah.
The thing they do at the same place that they do the shot put.
The javelin?
No,
No.
where you spin round with the ball on the end of the.
The hammer?
No.
Discus.
It's the hammer. You're talking about the hammer.
Is it called the hammer?
That's not what I mean. I can't. It'll come back to me. Carry on.
No, this is gonna bug me.
It is the hammer that I'm thinking. Yeah, sorry. I didn't realise it was called the hammer. I thought it was something
No,
else.
that's not what I'm thinking of.
It's not the hammer I would use. If I'm putting up a picture.
It looks daft anyway.
Yeah, especially when you spin round 6 times before you smack the wall.
I missed again. Loads of dents in the wall.
I'm sorry. I
Nails
put on the
still.
wall.
I'm definitely not holding the nail when I found that.
It looks bloody stupid anyway, so. There you go.
What's the
I
event?
really am trying to find the event now. It's really bugging me.
am
So it's a track and field event.
I think so. I may have made this up.
Just made up a new sport with a stick, a giant earbud stick. You're thinking
You
of
know,
gladiators with the big old earbud.
Maybe I am. Maybe
Wow.
that's it.
Wow.
Please tell me that is what you're thinking.
And you thought the gladiators was the Olympics this whole time.
Yeah, it should be.
We start every Olympic sport with ready.
Saw the guys on the rings and yeah, that's hang tough.
Hang tough, Jesus Christ.
I think they
You
call
don't
it
want to
hang-
get Jet on hang tough, you'd never survive.
I think they call
No.
it hang 10 over here, unfortunately.
Hang 10, that's surfing.
I know. Yeah, so Jeff Hardy can't beat Jinder Mahal, but Rey Mysterio can defeat Dolph Ziggler. That's great.
That Powerball thing, you know, where they had to run through the thing and slam the ball into those like
yeah,
wobble thing?
yeah, the wibbly
That
wobbly
would make
thing.
a great Olympic sport.
It really.
Yeah.
That would be phenomenal. They can make an actual sport out of that. That was
If
brilliant.
they make the Olympics just gladiators, that'd be great. I would watch.
Running up that giant pyramid.
Bianca Belair and Bayley exchanged words. King Corbin defeated Shinsuke Nakamura for whatever reason. Cesaro defeated Jimmy Uso by disqualification, and that seems to be SmackDown. So.
Oh, main event Uso loses again?
Yeah, shocker. So now we're ready to do Backlash here.
All right.
I do not have the music ready because I'm preoccupied with one thing at the moment.
You're trying to find out what that Olympic sport is.
No.
I'm the one that's.
Are you
that's-
finding a
literally-
place for me to stream the Marine 5?
No. Although that would be awesome, I think. If you just randomly just was like, hey, look what's on Hulu or something. Like, here.
Surely it should be on the network or on Peacock or something.
It really should be, honestly.
Dude, I'm Google Play for $6.99.
Oh no, I'm not paying for it. I'll watch it on
No.
Netflix or Amazon, but I'm not fucking throwing money at
I
it.
don't know. I wouldn't expect you to.
That's just to own the DVD, though. If you wanted to. If you want to
It
pay
probably
money
works
for it.
out. Yeah, I was gonna say rather than renting it online, it probably would work out cheaper to actually own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A whole Marine box set on eBay or something. Actually, have a look. Marine 4 on eBay.
Does it just
That
come
is
up
not
and
the
say,
Marine.
"What the fuck are you doing?"
There it is, $3.50. Condition very good. I don't know if that's the condition of the disc or the
Or the movie.
rating of the film.
Certainly not the film.
Yeah, you could buy that. free postage, 3 days. You can have it by Thursday. Nice.
Well-
All right, let's do this pay-per-view thing. We have 6 matches announced, 5 of them title matches. It's like an episode of Dynamite. So let's start with the one that isn't
Billy
a
Gunn.
title match. Yeah, the one Billy Gunn. He is on Dynamite.
He
And he's
is.
got his name back. He's actually Billy Gunn now, not
Nice.
Billy of the Gun Club.
That's right. Still doesn't catch people on the outside.
No. Speaking of, The Miz.
Oh,
Is in a
oh.
is in a lumberjack match with Damian Priest.
Oh, I
Nope.
swear to God, can someone uninvent the bloody lumberjack match?
Why?
Oh,
It's awful. I mean, it's a bad enough bloody match as it is. Don't make it a lumberjack match.
we could do a TNA lumberjack match where you fight on the outside and all the lumberjacks are in the ring making sure you don't get in.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Why not? Do it with that fucking ladder match where I've got to put the fucking thing on the bloody roof of the building, the fucking idiot.
Put the belt back up
Yeah.
and then take it down again because you
Yeah. It's up there.
Thanks,
yeah,
Jeff
Miz,
Jarrett.
Damian Priest. That's the match.
Does anybody really care? that's my takeaway. Does anybody really care?
Not sure even the Miz and Damian Priest care.
Damian Priest, it's been going on recently, but yeah, I don't give a shit about this match.
Yeah, by the way, this is the first match or the first pay-per-view of the new prediction season, if you will.
It is, yeah. Who
Oh.
won the last one, by the way?
Not me.
Go
That's,
for it.
that's for damn sure.
Doesn't matter anymore.
You sneaked over the line like you did against QPR.
What a goal difference. Yeah. I'm hoping the Lumberjacks are those 20 bunnies.
I love how Smoot's official prediction is don't care. Which, I've got to be honest, is not a bad pick because you are right. I can't say that that's not an accurate thing to do.
I mean, Damian Priest doesn't have Bad Bunny with him. I hate to say it, but that's the thing that kind of helped him out a little bit at WrestleMania was the fact that Bad Bunny kind of stole the show in that tag match. I would assume maybe like John Morrison's gonna be like one of the lumberjacks or something, and he's just gonna beat up on Priest or something. Like,
It'd be weird if he wasn't, wouldn't it? I
yeah.
mean, he kind of has to be.
And plus, Priest won the match heading into SmackDown, so technically the Miz could probably win. So I'll go the Miz, but who gives a shit?
Okay.
There you go.
I'm going Damian Priest.
I'm gonna say the Miz because they need to make this fucking thing last longer for some reason. So why not have it go 50-50?
I think that the Lumberjacks will all be those bunnies from WrestleMania, and then one of them will take the head off, and it'll be Bad Bunny, kind of like when Sting took the Sting mask off, and it was Sting. He's going to take the bunny mask off, and it's going to be a bunny.
When Sting took the mask off, and then he was actually a picture of Sting.
That's not Sting. It's a picture of Sting. Damian Priest to win, just to keep things interesting there.
Interesting.
Last 2 predictions each way.
Go.
Interesting for us, even if not for the match. What if we got a double feature here on the prediction graphic?
What do you mean?
Picture in picture up in the top
Oh yeah,
corner.
I just know it wasn't there a minute ago. But
Oh,
it is now.
So you know which show we're predicting. That's why.
Ah, I see.
In case you couldn't read the prediction up to the side.
Because yes, it's right there on the prediction.
Is it sponsored by Army of the Dead?
No. I would put that up there, but I think we could get in trouble with YouTube or something.
Yeah.
But then again, unless I put like not officially sponsored by so and so.
Speaking of sponsorship, I've been meant to finish up the last couple of weeks.
Have we got a sponsor?
No.
Harry's or Dollar Shave Club.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
They do all the other podcasts.
They do. No, it's that Providence or whatever it is that sponsors SmackDown. Literally everything they say, it's everything out of Cole's mouth is get your insurance with Providence. And he reads the whole tagline out. Oh, it does me in. Sorry, carry on.
Isn't that every sponsorship they've had for the last 20 years or something?
Yeah, but he's just so, I don't know what the word is.
Yeah,
robotic.
He's Michael Cole. Yeah.
He needs to go all JR like he does with Skittles.
With the Skittles,
That
yeah.
was funny, yeah. So when JR did the Skittles thing, he put some effort in.
It was just very mocking when he did it. Like, you know the guy doesn't eat Skittles, and he thinks what he's saying is stupid. So, gonna go all in with it. Next one, let's have the SmackDown Tag Titles. The Dirty Dogs.
It's an awful name.
Yeah.
The filthy bastards.
Yeah. Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode. He's Robert now, not Bobby.
Yeah.
Because
He needs his tash back.
He does. He really does. That's great. They're taking on the Mysterios.
Who are the champs right now?
Dirty Dogs, obviously.
There you go.
When did they
Why
win
wouldn't
that?
they be? Surprisingly, like ages ago. They've been
Yeah,
champions
that's a
forever
lot.
and no one knew.
What?
It's true.
What?
The Dirty Dogs won the 8th
Didn't
of
they beat New
January.
Day?
They beat the Street Profits
Street
on
Profits,
January.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did have a match at Mania.
Well, SmackDown WrestleMania.
I'm going
Oh,
with
the
the
SmackDown
Mysterios.
shit.
I'm
Yeah,
going with
sorry.
the Mysterios. And then Apollo Crews and Dabba-Kato could probably challenge for it and then have a ceremony to celebrate it. Or something. The Mysterios. I completely forgot about the SmackDown. I guess Creative just remembered as well. Maybe Robert Roode was like stuck in Canada or something with the whole COVID thing.
I've got the Mysterios too, for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same, to be honest.
Mysterios and Will.
Yeah, same.
Oh, no faith in the Dirty Dogs. Okay, that was an easy one. Let's move on to the women's titles. SmackDown Women's Championship, Bianca Belair defending against Bayley now.
Well, this has got to be the easy first defense, hasn't it?
You would imagine so.
So yeah, I'm gonna say Bianca Belair.
Bianca. Me too. Bianca Belair.
Fresh Princess of Bel Air for me, yeah.
Yeah.
Is Sasha still missing?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's me, sorry as well.
Okay. Sasha missing? What's happened with her?
Yeah.
She's
Well,
just not
she-
been on.
yeah.
She's been off since WrestleMania, hasn't she? Just wondered whether they went down the. Well, obviously they've not gone down the rematch route, but I just wondered whether they brought her back into it or whether she's just still, recovering from that whip still.
God.
Sliced in half. Other women's title, Raw Women. So this is probably going to be the same deal. Rhea Ripley defending again against Asuka, and they've added Charlotte Flair because you have to.
Yeah,
She has to
Charlotte.
get involved in everything.
Charlotte.
I was just going to
Charlotte
say, I wouldn't say that Rhea's in the same
No?
category as Bianca Belair in this. I can quite easily see them just plonking it on Charlotte again.
I mean, Charlotte is Charlotte. Yeah, that's true.
But no, I think with it being triple threat, it probably will be. No, actually, I don't know. I suppose that lines up more for Charlotte to pinch it.
So it's actually Charlotte.
I'm going to say Rhea.
Will? Charlotte, Rhea, Asuka?
Rhea.
Me too. I think Rhea's going to retain, possibly pinning Asuka. And that sets up Charlotte to take the belt from her next month. Money in the Bank. We're flying through this. Universal Championship. Roman Reigns defending it against Cesaro. Could it be?
No.
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 Wow. Wow.
I would love it to be, but come on. You didn't just make Roman Reigns win the WrestleMania main event against Edge and Daniel Bryan to make him lose
Both
it
of
for
them.
him on.
Stacked up. Pitting them both at the same time. Just
Yeah, he fucking sat on him like you fucking like the kid bullying someone at school.
Yeah, they've been. What's his name? Come back, didn't he? The other Russo.
Oh, really? Jimmy?
Yeah, he come back a few weeks ago.
Mid-card do so.
And he's trying to get the other Russo to team with him again and leave Roman.
Oh, you can't do that, though.
No.
You've already pledged allegiance to the head of the table.
Well, exactly. So, I think on this week's SmackDown, he had a t-shirt that said he's nobody's bitch.
Oh.
But I can see it all going the other way. I think the new Uso has just come back.
New Uso.
Although he's protesting against, not liking the head of the table and all this, I think he'll help him win on Sunday, and he'll be welcomed into the family again.
Okay, so you've got Reigns winning. Reigns has been champion for a long time. He's gone through everyone. This is the kind of time where it makes sense to have a surprising challenger actually beat him.
I'd love it if it happened. And I'm sure there's going to be a point in the match where I'm going to doubt my pick in the fact that, and that's that's how it should be, isn't it? I mean, that's the good storytelling of a match. If you can, like we said with Undertaker with his streak for so many years, there's always that moment in one of those matches where you thought, actually, this could happen. And then the one time you didn't.
If you're going to do it, you do that at WrestleMania, though, don't you? You have the moment then.
If it was Cesaro and Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, I'd be kind of thinking they could do this.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, would it be in WrestleMania Backlash?
And maybe with a shake-up coming. It's got to be Reigns. Reigns is winning this one.
So you think Reigns? All right.
I think Reigns. He's going to be the
Cesaro
incumbent champion when they do the draft.
Cesaro for me.
Cesaro. Wow. You just love starting these prediction games behind.
I mean, he's been with the company for so long. This is his first major shot at one of the world titles. I mean, now or never,
There is
Never
a
is.
little bit of a theme actually right now because some of them missed from SmackDown. It's not really related at all, but the women's tag titles, Tamina and
Natalia.
won the women's tag titles.
Did they?
Yeah.
Huh.
And someone's worked it out. It's I'm just seeing it on Twitter just then.
It's age, isn't it?
It's what?
It's age.
I thought you said shades. I thought people do all the
No, age. Not sage, age.
If you're above 40, there's a good chance you're going to get made champion.
I thought, what's Chris Whitty going to do with it?
Wow.
Well, he's over 40, so he's got a good shot as well.
Wow. Wow.
No, apparently it's 4,008 days since Tamina was signed. To a contract.
4,000 days.
That's a lot of days.
And she won her first title yesterday.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right. Apparently so.
Debut in 2009. On the May 24th episode of Raw, she debuted.
Also, as someone pointed out, on that debut, she actually attacked Natalya.
That's true, with the Hart Dynasty, yeah?
Yeah. As someone tweeted last night, if she hadn't attacked Natalya, maybe things would have gone totally differently for her.
Yeah, you could have won that tag title straight away.
Yeah.
Got out all these years of shit.
Beans, Reigns or Cesaro? Real quick.
Reigns.
Thank you.
Tamina was also a tag team with Nia Jax as well. They haven't mentioned that at all.
Mm.
Tamina's been a tag team with everyone, hasn't she, at some point?
Naomi as well, yeah.
Probably.
And Lana, apparently.
Sasha Banks, weren't she, with the team thing when they did the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
Jesus.
AJ Lee's bodyguard as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What else we got? Just the main event then. Oh man, I've just closed the window with the matches on it. What am I gonna do now?
Lashley, McIntyre, and
It's
Strowman.
Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, yeah, and Braun Strowman.
I would assume Lashley retains here.
Triple threat. Could someone beat someone else without Lashley losing the title there? McIntyre.
Yeah,
I
making a
no,
little
I
bit
think
of
that
mention of that recently.
I think that type of finish happens in the women's championship. I think Charlotte
Yeah.
pins Asuka and then becomes the champion.
Did
No, I
mention
think
Lucky
Lashley.
Times on Raw. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I'm just saying. I think Lashley just retains here by like something similar to Reigns, just pitting both guys. If you will,
Yeah.
something similar in that fashion.
Sure.
They've mentioned a couple of times on Raw, but that was how Lashley lost his Intercontinental title.
It was, yeah.
Seems a bit odd to keep referring back to that, because it was a little while ago.
How did he lose the US title to Riddle?
Sorry, that's what I meant, US title. Sorry.
Riddle pinned Morrison, didn't he, in a triple threat
Yeah.
on whatever the show was before.
Yeah.
No Way Out or whatever the first one was. Yeah, I've got Lashley too.
Yeah, I think Lashley will retain on this one.
Yeah, Lashley. The Almighty.
Almighty.
Lashley across the board. Okay.
Lashley across the board. So both Raw title matches, men's and women's world titles, are triple threats.
Mm.
So those guys have creative ideas for days.
Just one thing. So what did you say?
Both the men's and women's Raw title matches are triple threats.
Oh, right. So, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I misheard what you said.
Yeah. That's what they're doing there, I guess. They've got an idea and they're running with it.
Yeah. They like triple threats, lady, don't they?
Apparently they do, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems open and shut. I think they might sneak in a seventh match at some point.
They have to. They've got nothing for the pre-show at the moment, have they?
Yeah.
What's New Day doing?
Throwing things around the open.
Yeah, is it a tomato feud with the Drifter?
Oh, yeah, the rotten fresh tomatoes gimmick.
They'll
Oh.
have a match. They'll give Riddle and Orton a match. Probably against them two again.
Didn't almost squish a tomato that had already been cut.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pardon?
I just saw a gif of, I think it was Omos, because he's got big hands. He was squishing a tomato, but as he squeezed it, you could see that it had been cut like a pizza in like 8 slices. So when he squished it, it was all like perfectly sliced, and it
So what you're telling me is this 8-foot giant really is
couldn't
weak.
actually squish a tomato for reals. Yeah.
Yeah, he had concerns that he was not going to be able to accomplish this.
Yeah.
I mean, those seats could cut your hands, apparently.
Well,
Not really.
Seats could cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basketballs don't hold grudges.
Neither do tomatoes.
Neither do tomatoes, yeah. So yeah, that's the WrestleMania Backlash predictions. Tomorrow, right? That's when it happens.
yeah.
Yeah, it's over 2 nights as well, did you know?
No.
Too big for one, right?
The first night's called Back and the second night's called Lash.
What an awful joke.
I'm sorry.
That's awful. Anything else before we get out of here?
I love out of all the jokes that get say on this show, and you had to pick that one to target out as being terrible.
That one's. I mean, that's one of the worst. I mean, that joke book was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Fuck right off if you think that was on that level.
I mean, it should be in the joke book.
Jesus, right, I quit this show. I'm off to watch the Marine quadrilogy.
Which one was Summer Rae in? We never. Was that 3 or 4?
4.
4.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Was she okay? Yeah, I guess.
We haven't mentioned AEW.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
That show was awful. I mean, SCU versus the Bucks was probably the match of the night because of the storytelling and that gnarly fucking injury that Daniel suffered with that super kick into the ring post, and it just busted him open like a tomato. That was not pre-cut.
You could, I don't know. You could clearly see him hiding the blade.
Yeah.
He didn't do that very well. Considering he's a veteran, as they say.
Well, I don't know. That could explain why Doc Sampson was just sitting there idly by all throughout the night. Like, Mox got a cut in the opening match against Yuji Nagata, which was fine, you know. It looked fairly harmful. It seemed to be on, like, the same level as the one that Cody suffered the week prior, where he just randomly bladed and was just like, hey, I'm bleeding. Oh, there's blood. Look at me do the figure 4. I don't know. The Daniels one, I thought, I mean, that was just a fucking gnarly. If he did blade, that was a gnarly fucking gash then. Where it was just, just gushing everywhere. And, Doc was just sitting idly by. And then, what was it? Orange Cassidy getting power bombed into oblivion to where it seemed like he was, like, partially knocked out or something. And then Doc Sampson's just sitting idly by at ringside, not doing anything. There was a doctor that did check on him when Tony Schiavone went down to ringside with the microphone and whatnot, but it wasn't Doc Sampson from what I could tell. So
Daniels posted a picture there of his eye.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. Like back to his old eyeliner days. Nasty one.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing that kind of killed it for me was Cody coming out and just his announcement was raving about how great America is to him. And then,
right, so it wasn't CM Punk then?
No, it wasn't CM Punk. It wasn't Daniel Bryan. It wasn't, the whereabouts of Shaquille O'Neal and why he has to disguise himself.
He disappeared from
ambulance. And why he has to disguise himself in Papa John's establishments that he owns for stuffed crust pizza.
How does Shaq disguise himself as anything?
You tell me. But like, there's like a series of commercials now that just have him in like various disguises. Like, there's one for the General car insurance where he's just like dressed up as like this like hobo in the woods, and then the recent one is with him just wearing this wig and mustache that looks just so silly. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, real quick. This was I posted this on Tuesday, and I thought it was kind of amusing here. Let me get to it here. I just simply said, if Cody's announcement on Wednesday isn't addressing the whereabouts of Shaq, why he has to disguise himself for a Papa John's stuffed crust promotion or Daniel Bryan related, then I don't care.
I must say, though, that's a damn good disguise. Full credit. I look at him, I don't think that is Shaq. I think that's Forrest Whitaker.
That's like a giant Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, man. And then, yeah, did I hold on. I know I know I got a shot of the other one, but I can't find it. Oh, yeah, anyway. Anywho, but yeah, no, Cody had like some sort of announcement for Anthony Ogogo, and he just wants to have a match for him, I guess. Because Cody's all about America, and then
he's all about America now.
Yeah, and he's gonna probably, punch Ogogo back to where he came from or something.
Wasn't the announcement that he's gonna be using the American Dream name?
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's being all pro-America.
Yeah.
For one night only. He's not the American Nightmare. He's the American Dream.
Yeah, this was my response. I was like, I just simply said, I just posted the picture from Deadspin, had the headline read, Cody Rhodes needs to fuck off more than anyone has ever fucked off in the history of fucking off.
I thought you were going to say something strange like, fuck America.
I mean, there's days when I feel like that, but yeah, it's... we're coming up on like the 1 year anniversary of like the Black Lives Matter movement and things like that, and the last thing we need is somebody preaching about 1950s America philosophy, about how America was great to them and all this other bullshit rhetoric and whatnot that doesn't really fly, while Keith Mitchell in the truck is getting shots of like the whitest people in the crowd that aren't wearing masks. Well, some of them were, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was a complete miss with me for this promo. I was hoping for something a little
Is
bit
that
more
literally
monumentous.
all his announcement was? That he's just...
Yeah, he's going to go have a match with Anthony Ogogo. Yeah.
And is Anthony Ogogo supposed to be a bad guy?
He's a bad guy.
He's foreign.
He's some like he's a
Foreigner.
foreigner.
Isn't he a British Olympian?
Yes,
He is, yeah.
I think a retired boxer, and he's like been punching people on Dynamite in the liver.
Yeah.
So
You wouldn't know it by his entrance music having a big match of Big Ben in it and a big Union Jack on the screen. But yeah, he's from...
Well, last week he punched Cody in the ribs and then draped the Union flag over him.
Sounds like a good guy to me.
Yeah, right. Massive babyface. So that was what set this up. So Cody's like, I'm not just going to lie down under someone else's flag. He said something like being patriotic is kind of passé these days. Like, yeah, you can say that, Ken.
I mean, there's worse flags to be draped over.
Well, I can imagine if you're not British, then being draped under the British flag might not be,
He's not really doing himself any favours though, if they're going to be, they're talking about maybe doing an event here fairly soon. And
Yeah.
he's pissing off the Brits.
He's going to show up here and do the Triple H promo. That's great to be here in the UK.
I'm so excited to be here. Woo!
I think you might get a lot of that. What Smooch just posted, you'll get told to fuck off quite a lot.
Yeah. And then afterwards, it was like you had the coronation of the Pinnacle, where the Inner Circle crashed it and then just sprayed everybody with a water cannon.
Man. This should have been so good, but it's...
Sorry. I just had political vibes from this. Like it just
Political
No, it
vibes
really-
from the spray.
yeah, is it like Chris Jericho's secretly Republican in a way? And it's just-
Secretly?
yeah. So I was
So,
just like, I don't know.
What, like
this
the
is-
water cannons to disperse the?
Yeah, it reminded me.
crowd?
Of, yeah. Reminded me of the civil rights movement. Yeah.
Wasn't it supposed to be bubbly?
But-
Yeah,
Could've
it
been
was supposed to be, they were
worse.
supposed to be ripping off Steve Austin.
Yeah.
That's not the
Could've
vibe I
been-
got.
It could have been worse. You could have stood in the ring holding a Bible up while the others were beating everyone else up.
Well, the truck had a little bit of the bubbly on it.
Yeah.
That doesn't
So
mean there's
I-
bubbly in there or anything like that.
Well, I think that was the idea. You're supposed to think that that's what was in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Steve Austin used beer, Kurt Angle
Yeah.
used milk.
Well, yeah.
Everyone uses their signature drink to spray the others.
I mean, the thing I got was obviously it was a carbon copy of the Austin or Angle thing.
Well, you say carbon copy, it was a budget version of that.
Well, yeah.
There was not enough pressure in that hose.
No, it wasn't really. And I didn't quite. I can't remember who it was. So it was, they're all stood there getting soaked. So someone decided to climb up onto the top of the ring post.
Just fall off.
And then, obviously, being more of a target than you would be if you were
Yeah. Someone, one of the FTRs or something, I think, just like climbed up on the ropes and then flipped over for no reason and fell to the outside. Everyone was doing their best to try and sell this weak garden hose water spray.
He should have been closer.
There should have been a bigger hose. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
And he was spraying over the top of them as well, so it was kind of like raining down on them, not actually
Yeah.
pushing them over.
I again, it's not the vibe that I got because of like again, the 1950s America preaching from Cody Rhodes. Honestly, Cody should have just took the microphone and just like held it up to his neck tattoo. That's just basically what he should have done. And this was just kind of a miss. If it wasn't for the Cody promo, I could have been like more, there's an attitude error, ha ha ha. But I mean, if that's what they were trying to go for, it was weak. It was weak as that water pressure coming from that hose.
It was pretty weak.
It's like one of those type of, hey, we're TNA, we're going to try to recreate something from the Attitude Era type of moments.
That's the problem. They keep doing it, and it never works.
Yeah.
It's always a lesser version. And I like the references to old stuff, especially if they're trying to get older lapsed fans to things that they recognize and whatever. It's fine to do like the big Andre body slam or something in a match, and then you go back to doing what you're doing. But when your whole segment is based around this throwback idea that you're doing in a worse way than the original one, what are you doing?
Yeah. Additionally, and also they replayed last week's cage fall from Jericho, and then like the next week he's showing up on
There's
TV.
another one. The Mick Foley fall. That was nothing like the Mick Foley fall.
No. At least I'll give them credit for this. They used a different camera angle for the replay, so you didn't see that the metal was the fake metal was fake and just particle board.
Yeah.
But that looks way better than
that's
yesterday. Or not yesterday, last week. And then immediately after that, they were like, let's just bring up the fact that we're the #1 show on cable. Like
with that weird graphic.
That's just a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
That's the one that gets posted on the Observer message boards every week. Now, I thought it was just someone who did it. I just thought he was like some guy that puts it together on a spreadsheet. I don't know where it actually comes from. If they're using it, that must be an official thing.
Maybe.
I imagine it must get emailed out to the network and stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
I know we have something similar over here for our ratings. But...
It just looks so, I don't know, just like an Excel spreadsheet.
Well, yeah.
Let's see. Challenge Double Age on
Unofficial.
MTV. Real Housewives
Oh,
of
yeah,
New
what else?
Jersey. Tucker Carlson. Ugh. He's a fuck.
Oh my god, Tucker
Bargain
Carlson.
Block.
I'm sorry, I watch John Oliver do Last Week Tonight quite a bit. And
Yeah.
every week is just another, what the fuck has Tucker said this week? Shite.
Yeah.
Because Trump's gone. They need to do, there's just nothing else to say. So Tucker is the new, he's the guy now. What's the wackiest conservative talk show guy that we can get material from?
There's stuff with doing this, like showing about the ratings and whatever. And I think a few weeks ago they were showing headlines from newspapers. It's such a WWE thing to do.
Mm.
WWE do it all the time. Whenever they get a bit of mainstream attention, it's plastered all over the show.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. If you're getting media attention, you shout about it. But
Yeah, but it's like during the Attitude Era, they weren't bragging about the ratings, though.
well, no, that's it.
You know?
Mm.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to convince us that wrestling's not shit.
That's the thing. I thought the show was actually very good. We've talked about the two worst parts of it, but
Yeah.
they started off with Moxley and
Nagata.
Oh god, Nagata.
Nagata, by
So
the
that was
way,
great.
exposing the gimmicks for the coronation. By the way.
Oh really?
Yeah. Real quick, hold on. They did the walkthrough through Gorilla, or I guess the Dusty position.
Oh
and
yeah,
all
that's
that.
right. Yeah.
He walked right by the flowers that they used for the coronation. I was like, oh.
Well, guess that's how that's gonna work.
Yeah, see, there they are. And then
yeah,
there they were.
there he is. Yeah. If you're gonna walk past the entrance. So they had that. That could have been a main event. That was a title match with a guy who was a special attraction. They had the tag title match with SCU breaking up. That could have been a main event. And
Going
then the
back to
actual
that
main
real
event,
quick, sorry, not to interrupt, but like the other thing about that is like they kind of jetted away from the fact that SCU had to break up. It was like, all right, the match is over, and to the back.
To the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was classic TNA. To the back.
Yeah. Like
They've been building that up for months. And
yeah,
then
I feel like that's
happened,
Keith Mitchell's call right there. I feel. Because like it should have been able to marinate in that moment a little bit more, and then go into the commercial, and then as you come out of the commercial, you do this stuff in the back where, you know, Moxley's ransacking the Elite's locker room or whatever.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. And yeah, the main event with the TNT,
right.
the TNT Championship, where
TNT title match. So there was 3 title matches on there, all of which could have been a main event.
Yeah.
Not going to complain about being given great stuff. But since they never do, or very, very rarely do, rematches in AEW, can they keep this up? Because they keep doing it every week. They've got this like big time TV show with at least one like hyped up big time match, and they just keep going and going and going, and it's great. You know, again, not complaining that I don't have to pay pay-per-view prices for these main attractions, but.
I mean,
like they're setting a precedent for themselves.
I mean, when you have like weekly television that you have to oblige to, then yeah, I think they definitely have to kind of keep it up for.
No one else does.
That's true.
WWE especially, they just coast on through the same show every week.
I mean, for the majority, I would say that some of the match qualities, especially in the championship matches, are pretty good.
Yeah.
My only gripe lately was probably how Darby Allin was just basically a second-rate John Cena of like winning matches to retain in like the most John Cena way imaginable, with like a fluke roll-up or just getting his ass beat the entire match and then one move, he wins.
Yeah, luckily it didn't go on for too long because they did the same thing with Cody. Like defending this belt wears you down week after week, so it gets harder and harder, even if you're wrestling the Warhorse or like whoever it was that Cody had on.
Yeah.
Every time it took something out of him, and it got worse and worse and worse until eventually he just got destroyed by Brody Lee. And the same thing happened here with Rusev. He's had his little spots here and there. He got a move in, one of those flipping stunners a couple of times, but it was inevitable he was going to lose. I was all right with it. If it carried on for 10 years like Cena did, then we've got an issue.
True.
But yeah, Miro's your new TNT champion.
Yeah, I welcome it. Hopefully he holds on to it for a while. I don't know who's going to beat him. Seems like a hell of a champion. He even had it on his tights there.
He did, yeah. Orange Cassidy and Pac, that bastard, they wrestled to was it double DQ, I guess, or double count, double
referee
knockout.
stoppage.
Both were down for the 10 count.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a triple threat now, main event with Omega.
That should be a decent match.
Should have just been Pac because he powerbombed OC into oblivion. Like I said, he didn't know where he was. Yeah, it's another triple threat. I don't mind triple threats, but it's got to have like the right story to it. And with WWE just being on autopilot until they can get fans back, I don't know. I'm just kind of over it. It seems a little bit passe, I suppose. I don't know.
It'd be nice if there was ever a triple threat where you didn't go into it thinking, this guy is on a roll, so he has to be in the match, but they obviously don't want to pin him, so there's this other guy. That's every triple threat. There's the champion, the guy they want to protect, and then the guy who's going to take the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they have next week on Dynamite, real quick? I don't know if it's also live. That's the other thing, too. I was kind of surprised that this was live. I would assume this upcoming Wednesday is going to be taped, if I had to guess. Let's see here. Serena Deeb versus Red Velvet. Again, just seems like an obligated women's match. But it is for the NWA Women's World Championship title, so... there's that, if you want to tune into that. Christian Cage versus Matt Sydal. Anthony Ogogo versus Austin Gunn. And the Young Bucks versus the Varsity Blondes. Yeah, it seems to be taped, so it won't be live. So there's that. Yeah, I'll tune in. Hopefully it's just... I don't know. The thing with Dynamite, and somebody put it out perfectly, but the best stuff on Dynamite, when it's good, it's really good, but the stuff that's bad is like glaringly bad. And glaringly bad is probably Cody Rhodes and Chris Jericho right now, in my opinion.
I don't know. I think most of the worst stuff is the production. It's like
it's Keith Mitchell from TNA for you.
Well, yeah, that and the budget for that hose and the particle board thing. It's like, or the bombs that don't go off. It's all stuff that really could be so much better if this had the same quality control that WWE obviously does. Yeah,
that's the bad stuff that's glaringly bad as well. But yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's just I want Dynamite to be better. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Is just I want Dynamite to be better at this point. So
at least it feels like there's more. I don't know. It's more. What's the word? Like dynamic or something. They're trying more. There's different stuff is happening.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know when you'd be able to see somebody fall off of a cage through particle board on Raw or SmackDown or anything like that. But...
yeah, you're right. That's not different.
Yeah. But I do agree. Anything else before we get out of here? Anything?
Speaking of fans returning,
just
reading a report here from the Mad Men podcast.
Yeah.
They apparently broke the news of NXT moving to Tuesday, so they've got a little bit of credit. Apparently there's talk that Extreme Rules is going to have fans.
Well, yeah, because there's not going to be any restrictions for masks and things like that, so it's going to be extreme.
So we're going to have fans in for the Raw before it, so the Raw after it as well.
Well, goddamn, pal, no mask mandate, no rules, let's bring them in. Goddamn.
What date's that then?
I'm just trying to work out. That's what they're saying here. It's going to be July 16th, 18th, and 19th.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So the 16th is actually a...
Because everybody's shooting for July to have like a return.
Yeah, 16th is Friday, so there's SmackDown. 18th is your pay-per-view, and yeah, 19th Raw. So
hopefully it's a big show.
Yeah, I think it depends where they do it as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully they pick some. Apparently they were looking one of the new locations being rumoured for SummerSlam is Madison Square Garden.
Good luck
So
with
it
that.
could be interesting.
I'm just going to say, New York's not a particularly good place, is it, at the minute?
I don't know. I think I heard it was. I might.
Oh, I don't know.
Few weeks
I'm
ago,
either thinking of previous.
It was a few weeks ago when I heard it was, but apparently they were out in cinemas and stuff.
All right, fair dues.
So
MSG was so much cooler before they renovated it.
yeah, with the entrance in the middle.
Yeah.
Has there been any update on Daniel Bryan?
No, I think they're still expecting him to come back on, do they?
He's not on the active roster. I think they need to get moved to the
alumni section.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say aluminum, and I was like, that's not the word. That's not the word. Don't say aluminum.
I
think the rumor is they are expecting him to re-sign at some point.
Oh god, I hope he doesn't. We've seen that.
AEW's got to fucking bring him in. Like, come on.
With John Cena.
He could be an asset for AEW.
So, I know we like to take the piss out of the fancy slogans and taglines they come up with these days. There's a new one coming, apparently. This is possibly the worst one for a while. A report that on May the 11th, WWE filed a trademark at the US Patent and Trademark Office for the slogan, "There's never a bad time to have a good time."
Oh my god.
Guess he's not wrong.
There's never a bad time to have a good time. I want to disagree. I feel like during a pandemic, if you're trying to have a good time, that's a bad time to have a good time.
Vince would argue with you there.
Goddamn pal.
I'm trying to pick up any other news that we've missed, but I don't think there's anything.
Double or Nothing has the Casino Battle Royal, which has a Joker entrant at the end. Could be perfect for Daniel Bryan.
That's true.
Yeah.
It'll be Cody Rhodes.
Again, he's just going to work his way into every match.
Yeah. I'm going to make you like me whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one. Do you remember a couple of months ago when we had the whole cameo and Twitch thing about superstars having their own pages and what have you? WWE weren't happy with it. And they told them to stop it, basically. Not long after that came out, that WWE was setting up their own sort of management office. So basically, so superstars could still have pages, but then everything went through WWE, basically. Apparently that office has now been shut down. PW Insider plans for the division came about only in November, and the division itself only existed for 4 to 5 weeks after being shut down by management. The idea was that it would manage and support talent dealing with third-party opportunities such as Twitch and Cameo, etc.
So does that mean that maybe like talent can be like independently on Cameo and Twitch?
Maybe. The other sort of related to that as well. Apparently, Lazina. Who's Lazina?
Lazina's back. Yeah.
Zelina Vega is she's either signed or she's about to sign because she was seen at the Performance Center last week.
She's no longer in favor of unions, I guess.
Yeah, apparently not.
Thought about it. Bad idea. Let me back in.
So yeah, it. Do you think I would say this is all due to what's his name not being there anymore? No, he's still there.
No, I know he's still there, but
Andrade?
No, the guy you didn't like.
Mark Carrano.
Yeah, that's the one.
Because he always inappropriately touched the female talent.
Yeah. He seems to have gone, and they seem to have reversed all these crazy decisions.
Yeah, maybe Carrano was that big of a shithead. Like, no, you can't have a cameo, and they like convinced Vince that this is a bad idea. Yada yada yada.
Maybe he's too busy killing cats.
Jesus.
That's what his ex said.
Yeah, what an asshole if that's true. And there's no reason to not believe her, so...
Well, and he was stealing belts as well, apparently. That's the other one.
What a fuckface. He doesn't seem like somebody that would steal belts, admittedly, because he didn't seem like the type of guy that enjoyed being working for WWE at the time.
No, he probably stole them to sell, I would imagine.
Yeah. I don't know. It's, yeah, he's a fuck. I don't like him.
Yes. Apparently Nakamura was backstage at Dynamite.
What?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, no one seems to know, but I think he was probably there to see Nagata.
Oh, maybe.
So, and probably say hello to a few friends at the same time.
Yeah, it'd be nice if there was like some sort of open door between the forbidden door to WWE and AEW being opened.
Well, I mean, I suppose they can't. If he's not on TV, he's just at an event. They can't really stop him, can they?
Nah.
Unless he sits in the crowds one day, like Robbie Highlander. Bad idea.
But that seems to be about it, really. There's no other.
Have we covered the sad news?
Oh, with the passing of New Jack, yeah. That happened yesterday. R.I.P.
He was kind of before my time, and I've seen videos since of some of the crazy things he did. But before I started watching wrestling, when he was big, so. But obviously, I can appreciate he was a name.
Yeah, he quite a one of a kind figure. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm. You see him now from where I have seen him.
He was a big part of what made ECW ECW.
That's right. Yeah.
I think at that point the business needed a New Jack. They needed one, no more than one, but they needed one.
Yeah.
He was a unique guy.
58 was he?
Sorry,
he was on 58. Yeah.
58,
yeah.
He
some hard years in those 58.
I remember always being quite frustrated whenever I watched ECW because anytime he had his matches, he just carried on playing his entrance music constantly through the match. It just annoyed me though. I don't know why. Please stop the music.
That's another one of those things, one of those creative things that ECW did that no one else has ever really.
I've not seen it, but apparently before this week's Talking Smack,
Paul Heyman said a thing.
Paul Heyman has said a few words about him. Apparently, it's quite a nice little tribute.
No, it's nice to see.
I haven't seen it yet. I'll take a look after we're done here. Yeah, they did the Dark Side of the Ring with him on season 2, and then just like that, he's gone. You know, it's crazy. It's like it's kind of similar. It's very weird, but it's also kind of eerily similar to what was it, the one at the time, the last living Road Warrior, and then he passed away. Crazy. Well, I guess that will be it. I hate to end on a somber note, but there you go.
I have a lighter note to end on.
Go ahead. What?
Yeah. No, I was just thinking. I've been sat here with the stream on, obviously WrestleMania Backlash tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's just occurred to me, you know, the way like Kevin Owens has been doing these WrestleMania KO Mania.
Yeah.
Shirts. Lashley should do a Backlash version. Backlashly.
Backlashly. I thought that's what Beans was gonna go for when he made that awful joke.
Thanks for getting back to the awful joke. I knew as well it was coming. I just thought about great. He's going to mention that shitty joke again.
I mean, it was pretty bad. Like, that should be in the joke book. Bad. I'm sorry, Beans.
So, some people think the jokes in the joke book are good.
They should. They should study up on what comedy is. I guess we'll be back next week. We'll talk about the fallout from Backlash, WrestleMania Backlash, and Backlashly. Yeah,
it will now be known as Backlashly forever.
Exactly. We'll see how it goes here, and thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll see you then. Like, comment, subscribe, yada yada yada. We'll see you next week, hopefully, and take care. Good night, everybody.